Good morning. I'm still reporting on the economy. For years I've heard the story that Adolf Hitler had used debt-free government-issued money to resurrect the devastated post-World War I German economy. Over the years, researchers Ellen Brown and Anthony Michels have slowly sorted the facts from fiction, and now for the first time a clear picture is emerging on how Hitler turned a devastated Germany into an overnight military powerhouse capable of overrunning all of Europe and nearly gaining an evil hegemony over the entire planet. So is it true? Did both Germany and its ally Japan fund rebuilding their economies with interest-free national credit rather than borrowing from international banks? I'll look at Japan another time, but today, since the big federal elections are coming up in Germany in less than a week, let's just look at Germany. After Germany's defeat in World War I, the Treaty of Versailles declared that Germany and its allies were responsible for all loss and damage suffered by the Allies during the war. 50 billion marks were decided upon as the amount due, but the actual amount paid from 1920 to 1931, when payments were suspended, amounted to only 20 billion marks, about $5 billion. German resentment to these payments is frequently cited as a major cause of Hitler's rise to power in 1933. Hitler, as leader of the fledgling National Socialist Party, had been imprisoned in 1923 for his role in an attempted coup d'etat known as the Beer Hall Putsch. During his imprisonment, he wrote Mein Kampf, which means My Struggle. In this book, Hitler applauded his mentor on economic theory, the famed German economist Gottfried Feder, whom Hitler had met just 4 years earlier. In 1919, Feder had written a book entitled Breaking the Shackles of Interest. Hitler wrote in Mein Kampf, "Our financial principle, finance shall exist for the benefit of the state. Our aim is to break the thraldom of interest." But also, he saw this issue as a practical way to gain power as well. For the first time in my life, after hearing the first lecture delivered by Feder, an idea immediately came into my head that I had found a way to create a new party. The struggle against international financial capital has become one of the most important points in the program on which the German nation has based its fight for economic freedom and independence. After his release in 1924, Hitler struck a chord with the German electorate with powerful oratory, attacking the Treaty of Versailles and promoting German sovereignty, anti-Semitism, and anti-communism. When the Nazis came to power in 1933, the economy was in complete collapse. However, Germany had not been a battlefield during World War I, so it was not physically in ruins, only her economy had been crushed. So in 1933, Hitler became Germany's leader and pledged to unite all of Europe in a new order whose economic policy would be interest-free. The European Union of today has been seen by many as a mere echo of Hitler's plan to unite Europe. Once in power, Hitler appointed Feder as Secretary of State for Economic Affairs. Within 2 years, German employment increased by 50%. But Feder was soon replaced by Hjalmar Schacht, the head of the German central bank, the Reichsbank, and one of the key financiers of Hitler's rise to power. Schacht loaned the money to found the world's largest chemical company, IG Farben. Farben produced the lethal gas used to exterminate millions during the Holocaust. Many of Farben's executives were executed at the Nuremberg trials for their roles. Schacht probably helped convince Hitler to abandon Feder's interest-free economy. According to Dutch researcher Anthony Michels, the central bank under Schacht made sure that commercial banks could lend to the government without limits. The Treaty of Versailles had forbidden raw money creation by Germany by mandating the government could borrow at no less than 4.5% in the market. But in the first 6 months of 1938, German borrowing nearly doubled the national debt. To disguise further German borrowing, Schacht invented special debt instruments called MEFO bills. These effectively doubled the German national debt again. For these efforts, Schacht was awarded the Golden Swastika in January 1937. Schacht was later tried at Nuremberg, but acquitted because he turned against Hitler before war broke out in 1939. The bottom line is that although debt-free government-issued money may have played a significant role in resurrecting the German economy during the depths of the Great Depression of the 1930s, after 1934, Schacht took the economic reins of power, and soon his debt-based innovations were in complete control of the German economy that drove the German war machine. Since World War II, Germans have suffered a collective guilt for Hitler's tyranny. Hitler's war machine could not have happened without cleverly disguised debt instruments eerily similar to those the European Union is using today to perpetuate itself. As Germans go to the poll next week, they should consider their nation's role in perpetuating this debt-based system at the heart of the EU. It is completely unsustainable. It is the black heart of economic evil and will lead Europe once again to a financial destruction. German voters have the opportunity to rise up to put a stop to this. If they do not, they will once again, rightly or wrongly, end up bearing at least partial responsibility for Europe's financial destruction in the eyes of history. I'm still reporting on the economy. Good day.